125X and 250FX. Let's ride a little bit of track and see how they feel. Hey, what's up guys, Rado here with Dallas again, and we are here at Kauai Creek trying to see how these two bikes, both are 2020 models, 125X and 250FX, how they feel on the track. We have to tell you in the beginning, we are not two-stroke guys. We don't really know how to ride two-stroke on a track, I have to admit that. Today is the first time I'm riding 125 on the track, so definitely I'm gonna be rusty and I will not use the bike to its full potential. But still, I want to give you a honest opinion on how these two bikes feel, because many of you might be beginners on 125s too, same as me. So give you a little bit of my perspective. Let's see how it goes.
Alright guys, so this is the battle number 1. I'm riding Yamaha 250FX and Dallas is in 125X. And I gave him a little extra room in the beginning because honestly I thought I would just pass him no problem. But man, he was really on it. And I didn't expect that this 125X would be really a, this kind of fast bike. I mean, Dallas told me later that he had quite a bit of time on 125 two-stroke before on the track, so he knew how to ride it. He knew how to keep it on a pipe and clutch it and all those things. And I feel really comfortable on 250. Like that's pretty much everything I ride on the track these days. And this is my home track, so I felt really good. And I kind of thought that I will be much faster than him. That was my ego talking, right? But in reality, I had really hard time to catch him. As you can see, I mean, he's on it, he's clearing everything, and he's just really fast.
Dallas is on it.
Yeah, this is. I was surprised that he was on it in this way. But anyway, I was really determined. I wanted to catch up to him, and I wanted to pass him. And there were a couple guys on the track, so we had some, some other riders that were kind of slowing us down sometimes. We wanted to go around them, of course safely, but quickly at the same time. And if I look back at this ride and I see all the lines I took, every time I go inside, every time I take this inside line, I ended up a little bit closer to Dallas. So it's really a good practice to try to get those inside lines and hit that inside rut. Like for example, right now I think I will go inside, and I will come closer to him. No, actually I went outside here. Oh, here I messed up a little bit. Anyway, here I go inside, you see, and then I think I'll come kind of close to him. And it's just so much fun if you are battling with somebody who is kind of at the same level like you, and you try to pass each other. Man, this is really a lot of fun. I love riding also alone, but when you go together with a guy that is battling you, and then you know him, you're friends, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one. So I came really close, but look, this 125 went on the pipe and he just pulled away from me because it just hit the power band and I wasn't able to keep up. But at the end, I was actually able to come close to him and pass him on this 250FX. I think it will come soon. This is also first time for me, first ride on 250FX, and it's always a little learning curve if you are on a brand new bike that you haven't ridden before. But I definitely felt comfortable on this bike, like right at home. There are a few things that you need to get used to a little bit because it's a slightly different transmission, but overall it's really a bike that I felt at home with. This 250FX is really a great bike. Definitely I'll do a dedicated video where I just ride this FX and where I talk about all the little details. So I think right here I would be able to finally pass him. The majority of those lines were all inside lines. He was still kind of close behind me. I think you can hear him, maybe even see him. Yeah, there he is. But I took this one outside and then inside. And that was much faster line inside right here. Alright, so officially I passed Dallas. So now we're gonna go and we're gonna switch the bikes. I will be on 125 two-stroke. Dallas will let me go a little bit ahead, and then he will try to catch me on that 250FX. Let's see how that goes.
This one sounds fun too. You wanna go first or me? Okay, I'll go first. Dallas will try to catch me because he will be faster than me.
Alright, so we already have one left behind us, and I'm just getting used to this 125 two-stroke. This is very first time for me.
And so much different the way you should ride two-stroke.
Yeah, exactly, it's different. So he just passed me, and as I said, I'm trying to get used to this 125 two-stroke because this is very first day for me to be on 125 two-stroke on the track, and I'm learning, you know, what gear to be in, how to clutch it, how to stay on a pipe, and it's just so different the way you ride two-stroke on a track, especially 125. So Dallas passed me, and it was kind of easy because he only took in one lap, but I was very determined to get him back. So I was on the gas, trying to learn this 125 as quick as I can, and you know, picking inside lines because they were working for me all day. So let's see, I'll show you now here. I'll come very close to him because I'm inside, and then we kind of come close next to each other, almost side by side, and here also inside turn, a little bit faster there, and we're gonna hit the jump at the same time. He's right there next to me, and this guy may be helping a little bit because he was in the way, but he's still very close behind me. I think in a turn he will come. Yep, there he is.
Let's take it inside here.
Yeah, almost crashed there. But I was on it, man. I was like, I'm not gonna roll over this time. I have to be in the lead for at least a few laps. You two-stroke guys, you can probably hear and see the mistakes I do on the bike. As I said, it's the very first time for me to be at 125 two-stroke. But man, did I have fun. I had a lot of fun. This thing is so much fun. I don't remember the day and I have this much fun on the track. When you hit that pipe, the power band, this thing is fast.
Let's see if he can catch me again.
And Dallas is right behind me. I can hear him there, and he really tries to, you know, pass me. We were both on it. We said like, hey, let's go all we can, with, you know, being safe, but still, you know, try to push a little bit and see how this battle will turn out. Definitely need more time on 125 two-stroke, but I'm surprised how well this bike rides and how fast it actually is when you keep it on the pipe. So definitely want to ride it again and a few more times on the track to be able to get a little bit faster and use the potential the bike has. How to shift, you know, how to use clutch. So I'm getting a little more comfortable now. I think I'm getting a little faster and I shift a little bit better, and maybe my clutch work is just a little better than before. There he is.
Not yet.
Yeah, sometimes I would come short on a jump. Not very often, a couple times. And there are some jumps I just didn't try to clear. There's one long triple or something that I just jumped now. I always just do double. You can hear Dallas right behind me. He's right there. You see, he's right there. I can hear him right behind me. know, sometimes when there is a rider in front of me, I don't really try to clear the jump because I don't know what he's gonna do. Would he, you know, ride in my line of jump? I don't want to land on him, so it definitely slowed me down a little bit. And I think Dallas will come very close to me again in this turn. Yep, there he was. There he is, so finally he was able to pass me right here. Yeah, that was such a fun battle, guys. Like, you know, having two bikes and switching back and forth and riding and battling with Dallas. Man, I really enjoyed this thing. It's both bikes are just amazing. The suspension on these Yamahas is really great. So let's go back by the track and we can talk a little more about our impressions here.
Alright guys, so here we are done riding on 125 and 250, both are X models, and first of all, it was a lot of fun on the track. Dallas, what do you think?
So much blast.
There you go. Yeah, it was so much blast, man. And I gotta tell you that he didn't tell me that he had a lot of time on 125. How come you didn't tell me that, huh?
Gotta keep some secrets.
So you know, first we warmed up, and then he was kind of slow on 125, and then we went like, okay, let's do the video. So I was following him, and I let him go a little bit so I can catch him and pass. But you saw the battle we had. I couldn't pass that guy. Like, I was only, you know, on this 250FX, and Dallas was just hitting all the jumps and clearing everything. It was, man, it was really great ride. But there are major differences between these two bikes. Dallas, what would you say? What did you feel jumping from 125 to 250 and back?
I've been riding the 4-strokes for a long time now. That feels like home.
Yeah.
It's just easier. But
what would you think is better about 125X?
What is better about it?
Yeah.
You feel like you're going faster than you are, I think. I mean, when you're on the pipe, banging through the gears.
Yeah.
It's lighter. It definitely feels lighter and it handles lighter. No, it's a fun bike. I wouldn't mind having one in the garage.
Yeah, it's that's one thing we have to tell you, that it's a lot of fun. This 125X is a fun bike. It feels incredible light, to the point where I felt like it's maybe a little bit too light. You know, on the motocross track, sometimes jumping on those braking bumps, no, it was a little bit too light for me. That's what I felt. But it is a lot of fun, and if you ride 125 and if you are able to clear all the jumps that you normally do on 250, or if you are trying to clear all those jumps, I think you need to be a better rider. You need to carry more momentum, you need to know which gear you add, and you need to just be on it a little more than on 250FX. So I think riding 125, it takes some time to get used to it, but once you get used to it, then I think it makes you a better rider. This 250FX, it's just overall such a great bike. Suspension, speed, the brakes, I felt so great on 250, and there's nothing that I'm missing on this bike. Like, it's so smooth, I can be fast, I can jump everything, clear everything. So I felt really great on this 250. But I think you can be a little more lazy, and it's very smooth. The power is predictable. There is no power band hitting in the mid, nothing like that. So it's really different. How did you feel on 250?
I really liked it. I don't know if it's just the X model or what, but you can miss a gear coming out of a corner and it'll still pull
Yeah. So this one has different suspension, different gearbox. It's a 6-speed and has a right ratio. Did you feel that some gears were not good, or was it a little bit better for you?
I didn't mind the gearing at all, but I'm more of desert style, so I like to be kind of lazy on the gears.
So you could keep the third gear a little bit longer here, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't really shift much into second gear, only in those tight turns. And first gear, I did not shift to first gear at all on this bike. You're not really supposed to be in a first gear on a motocross track. You should be fast enough to carry second gear, right?
The only reason you passed me because I found neutral on accident, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Okay, guys. So hey, it's these two bikes are so much fun. This 125X. If you look at the power curve of X and 125 stock, the X pulls more from the bottom, then they meet in the mid-range, they meet with the power band, and then 125X has a little bit less hit than 125. So I would say that this bike is easier to ride, has better bottom, and I think it's better for a wider variety of riders. Like if young guys, teenagers, they're jumping from other bikes on this 125. This 125X, I think it's better and easier to ride. You don't have to be always on the pipe. It pulls kind of okay, decent from the bottom too, and the power curve is just a little bit smoother than on your normal 125. So anything at the end, Dallas?
No, and like back to the 125. I mean, if it can lug this around.
Yeah,
it's got some power.
It's surprising, right?
Yeah.
Like we are both close to 200 pounds these days, but this bike like had no problem pulling us, and suspension was good. You know, hitting all those jumps. It's a really cool package. All right, guys. So that's about it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the little battle we had there. He surprised me. He didn't tell me he rode 125s before, you know, on the track. So now I know. All right, guys. Well, that's about it for today. And don't forget, whatever you do, stay motivated. See you later.